Hey everyone, and welcome back to Unite SMP Season 2. This episode is absolutely jam-packed with building because I've been working on my secret underground village for literally days and I've had to sort through so much footage. So I hope you appreciate the effort I've gone through to put this together. If you enjoyed the video at any point, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and thumbed up the video. But yeah, thanks for listening guys. I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. So in the previous episode, we built this house, which I thought was a total of 17 by 11 blocks because it came up to here. But because I forgot about these little veranda things, it's actually a little bit bigger than what I thought. So instead of 189 blocks, it was about 238, which means I do need to pay another diamond to the mayoral office. But because I didn't do that, my building actually ended up getting seized by the mayor business. But what it really means is nobody's going to be coming into my shop until I've paid the last diamond block. So until then, it's out of order, nobody can come in, and we can continue working on our secret base. So my plan for this episode is to build the layout for the underground village, and I want to have it so the chute falls into a lake, and then we have a centralized island over here with a way back up to the top. So I currently have this area at 5 to 6 blocks high, but it's going to need to be a lot lower. So I'm going to continue digging this way with my haste 5 beacon, and then I'm also going to have to dig down, 5 to 10 blocks. We'll kind of feel as we go, but I kind of want this area to be huge. So I'm going to start excavating this area, and I'll cut back once I have some progress. So I've pushed the area back that way, and now it's looking quite a bit bigger, maybe about 50 to 60 blocks wide, and I'm pretty happy with this overall size. And just bear in mind, this is going to be for maybe the starting area, so I think we need to lower it down. I'm thinking maybe 10 to 20 blocks down, maybe even more. So like I said, we're just going to kind of get started and see how it feels. We're going to have to keep an eye on our pickaxe as well because I don't have mending yet, but efficiency 5 is working like a charm. So I'm just going to keep on tearing this down and I'll be back with you guys once I have an update. So it's been about 15 minutes. I have dropped it down by another 3 blocks and my pickaxe is over halfway depleted. I am in the middle of a mine shaft, which is making things really tricky because there's wood and cobwebs everywhere that I have to get through. But this is my progress so far. Let's keep going. The entire area is now all excavated. It is at Y level 30 to about Y level 50, which means the entire room is about 20 blocks tall. I think that should be big enough to start working on the design. Now, like I said, this area down here is going to lead into a lake, and then that area back there, which takes us back up, is going to be on the main island. But I have all this cobblestone now, so I'm going to use this to lay out the design for this underground cavern, and we'll just see how we go from there. So I've started to lay out the area and I've included the area for the lake mostly. That's what I've been focusing on here. Now this area here will be where we go back up. So this will be the main island that will have a lot of tunnels and other things that lead into other sections. But then we have this area over here. So because this side here is purely aesthetic, I'm going to kind of extend the terrain up to about here. And then we're going to have a cliffside that leads upwards. So I kind of got a general layout here and I have an understanding of what it's kind of supposed to look like, but it is very messy still. So what I'm going to do is push down this river area by 2 to 3 blocks so that I can kind of, show where the river's going to be so it's a little bit more obvious for you guys. This pillar here marks the coordinates that will take us back to the top, so this needs to be where we have our elevator. Now, I think I probably will just go with an elevator for now, but I might build a tree, I'm not too sure. Building with a tree is a bit tricky, and I also don't want to have a tree right in the middle either. That'll obstruct the view. So I might just go with an elevator or some kind of fancy design, something like that. But I do have a whole bunch of cobblestone now, and I do need to go and get some dirt so we can start laying the foundations. So I've gone ahead and made an efficiency 5 silk touch shovel. So let's go teleport into the wild and start collecting some grass. This is quite a nice landscape, so let's go ahead and destroy it. there we have it. Now you can start seeing the riverbed taking shape, and so is the grass area here. The next thing I'm going to do is fill up this area as well. This is all the grass I have left. I managed to use up my entire shovel, so hopefully that is enough to fill it. The entire project is getting a little bit messy because this area isn't excavated properly, and once we do all of this, we'll probably have to excavate it even more. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to complete everything in this episode, but we're going to try and achieve as much of it as we can. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to hit the like button because this is taking me a long time to build. To show your appreciation, hit that like button and let's continue on with the building. Look at the grass block as well with the connected textures. It looks like the grass is sideways. Doesn't that look really trippy? So I just bought some books of mending from Captain's Shop so I could upgrade some of my tools. And this is my brand new Enderman farm. It is pretty chill in it. Look at all these Enderman head that I have collected. So I built this with Virtual Showdown, who is another YouTuber on the server, and I'll share his channel in the description. But it's a basic Enderman farm, which I'm sure you've probably seen somewhere. Got a basic on-off switch, and then I've also created a little trash chute as well, which I think is pretty cool. The way hoppers work is they prefer to travel down before traveling sideways. So I've just got a little hopper here that's full of Endermen, and so the only thing that can go inside are Enderman head. So I just take them and then I place them. And you can see that we have quite an extensive Enderman head collection. So basically the main tools I want to upgrade are my sword, my 2 pickaxes, and my elytra, which we managed to get. I went ent raiding as well, and I got 2 elytras and some shulker shells. So let's go ahead and upgrade all those tools, and I'll cut back once I've done all that. Cool, and now we're all done. So I've got a Fortune 3 mending pickaxe, I've got my Silk Touch mending pickaxe, I've got my sword with the mending, and I've got my elytra with the mending. So I've got everything I need now. I have to take a quick look inside my building because your boy Captain Business took my beacon and then forgot to give it back. So it looks like he has given us a little bit of a gift. So a bunch of iron, a mending book, some more iron, and some totems of iron dyeing. So thank you for that, Mr. Captain. Thanks for the head as well. It totally fits. So anyway, let's go head down to our underground cave and let's see where we left things. So what I want to do now, even though this area is pretty huge, I want to make it even bigger by pushing the borders back about 5 to 10 blocks. That way I can collect a bunch of resources with my Silk Touch pickaxe, and we can also have more space to build things like the river and focus on the details of the cliff and the landscape and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to push everything back. I'm going to cut to a time lapse and I'll be back with you guys once that is all complete. Alrighty, so it's been about 2 days since I've been on the server, and this is where I left everything off. So I ended up building these kind of pillar things which support the ground to the ceiling, which gives the kind of cave a lot more depth, and it was a good opportunity for me to stick the elevator through here. And I think that looks a lot better than maybe a tree would have, or just having a standalone pillar of water. But now we've hit this kind of problem where everything is kind of laid out, the interior and all that, we have a pretty good layout, but we have these walls, these flat walls and the flat ceiling, which we have, created by digging everything out, and it just kind of looks out of place now. I was talking to some of the other guys on the server. We have Virtual Showdown, who is also planning on building his own underground city, and then we also have another player who is working on a sky city. So it seems like everybody is kind of doing their own individual cities because they don't want to be part of the communal village for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's my idea, maybe I started that. Oopsies if I did. But I think what I'm going to focus on now, like I said, is covering up these walls and just trying to enclose the area, but not too much, just in case we want to expand it in the future. So let's cut again to another time lapse. I know this episode has been full of time lapses, but I promise this will be the last one. So let's cut to a time lapse and wrap up the episode. Let's go. And there we have it. Now all the walls behind the pillars are darkened, and so it makes it look a lot brighter. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm kind of liking the way that is looking for now. Obviously this room still has a lot more work to do, and I think that's something we're going to be focusing on in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this room and you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I've already asked you 5 times, but if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Peace.